So you are sharing the document. To start the second unit, and so first unit, second unit is so is it visible? My screen is visible or not? Hello? Please respond anyone. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Our second unit is intensity transformation and spatial filtering, and the second part is uh, filtering in the frequency domain. So our second unit is also have two parts. The first part is intensity transformation and spatial filtering. The second one is filtering in the frequency domain. Of course, simply filtering in spatial domain, filtering in frequency domain. In first part, we have to see how the image can be filtered out in the spatial domain. In the second part, same as how the image can be filtered out with the help of frequency domain. Of course, in the frequency domain, we are using the transformation. So, after transforming the image from spatial domain to frequency domain, then we are filtering. In the frequency domain, or general filters. What are the filters? Low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter, band rejector filters. So each filter is having some particular specific application, depends upon your requirement. So, however, before going to our frequency domain filtering techniques, the first part is intensity transformation and spatial filtering. So here the name itself indicating intensity transformation and spatial
కొంచెం
filtering.
వాయిస్ పెంచరా సార్?
Okay. So, intensity transformation and spatial filtering. So the name itself indicating intensity means magnitude or our amplitude. Of course, intensity means our magnitude or amplitude or our focus of a dot pixel, a dot or pixel. So how we are transforming the intensity of a pixel or intensity of a dot of our image, of course digital image, from original image to the transformed image. Okay. After that, how we are filtering out in the spatial domain. Remember one thing. Remember, all of you remember, spatial filtering is different. Frequency domain filtering. In spatial filtering, we are directly filtering out. We are not transforming the image. Okay. Directly, we can manipulate the pixel values from original to our as per our requirement. No. Here I am showing this. So spatial versus transformation versus. So in transformation means frequency domain. Remember, transformed or frequency domain. Spatial domain means our image is directly. Image planes itself is called as spatial domain and directly process the intensity values of the image plane. So we are processing the pixel values or intensity of the pixel values directly in our image plane itself. But unlike in our transform domain, first of all, we have to convert the image from, or we have to transform the image from spatial domain to frequency domain. After that only we have to process the pixel values. That means in the transform domain, we are using transform coefficients. So what are the coefficients? In DFT, we have already seen what is the quotient value? W suffix n power small n k. Do you remember? So based on the quotients values, based on the matrix values, we can process the pixel values in the transform domain or in frequency domain. So that means in transform domain, not directly process the intensity values of the image plane. But in the case of spatial domain, we can process the pixel values, intensity of the pixel values, the image plane itself. So that is the main difference between spatial domain and transform domain. So the other name for the spatial domain is time domain. The other name for the transform domain is frequency domain. Remember, the other name for the spatial domain is time domain. The other name for the transform domain is frequency domain. Okay. So this is the basic difference between the spatial domain and transform domain. Next. So first we have to analyze spatial domain process. So in spatial domain process, what happens here? Do you remember here? I'm using the small notations. If you use the small input and output both small notations, that is spatial domain. Remember that. Of course, T is our transformation technique, our transformation operation. But in the case of frequency domain, input is small notation and output is definitely big notation, big letters, capital G of X. So in normal spatial domain, in both input side and output side, we use the small letter notations. Remember that. So by knowing that, we can identify easily, is it spatial domain or is it frequency domain. So now we are in spatial domain. So in my spatial domain, my expression is like this: g of x comma y is equals to capital T of f of x comma y. Here f of x comma y is a spatial domain input image, and g of x comma y is also spatial domain but output image. So remember that in spatial domain we are using small letter notation, so that f of x comma y is input image, g of x comma y is my output image. And what is t here? T is an operator on f defined over a neighborhood of point x comma y. So what are the operations? Generally single pixel, neighborhood pixel, mask, and geometrical operations. These are all operations are operand on your f of x. If you use single pixel operation, that is dot by dot, we are transferring from one point to another point, from one point to another. In the case of neighborhood, we are considering center pixel, and based on the remaining neighborhood pixel values, the center pixel value will be changed from original to another. So as like I explained in the previous classes, I considered one pixel value 2 is transferred to 4. Do you remember that? I think all of you remember that we have transferred the original value from 2 to 4. So in the case of center pixel 2 is replaced with the 4 because of remaining neighborhood pixel values. That means by taking average value, I think if you consider 3 by 3 mask, and that 3 by 3 mask or 3 by 3 subset, the pixel values of all total is 9 values. So by taking the 9 values average, the resultant is 4. So 2 is 4 transferred to 4. If you want to that, already send your PDF or PPT. Check once, all of you. So there is a neighborhood operations, single pixel transformation, neighborhood operations, and spatial. We have seen 3 pixel values, 3 operations in the previous class. So same it is here also. So that is spatial. In spatial domain, simply we are transforming the pixel value from one pixel value to another pixel value directly, before, without converting the image from one domain to another domain. So the simple expression is g of x comma y equals to t of f of x comma y. Okay. Next, here, this is already I showed that. This is already I showed that. Here I am considering f is a my image. F is a my y direction and x direction. Y direction and x direction means 57 row number. Thank you. So this, in this image, here I am considering my neighborhood or set. So what is this? This is S suffix x comma y. I think might you remember that S suffix x comma y is a set subset. I am not considering entire image. So for suppose I want to replace this pixel value with the neighborhood. So how many? This is 3 by 3 neighborhood. How many pixel values in this set? Total 3, 3, 3. So if you take the average value, and that average value will be replaced with this center pixel value. So here the simple graphical notation of your spatial domain process, that means intensity transformation. This is called as intensity transformation from original intensity of the pixel value to the our required pixel value. And that means based on the spatial transformation. The best example of our spatial domain process is neighborhood operation. In neighborhood operation, simply we are transforming the original pixel value with averaging of the remaining pixel values. That is called as neighborhood operation. Neighborhood operation for spatial domain process. Here. So here I am showing that two transformation functions. There are two transformation functions, A and B. A is intensity transformation function, that is contrast stretching. This type of curve is called as contrast stretching, and this is thresholding technique. Thresholding means there is a sharp shifting. So up to K 0, after K move to high level, low level, high level, or dark, light. Similarly, here there is a dark and light, but if you observe clearly, it is not suddenly goes to the from dark to light. Slowly, gradually it is increases towards light. So here there is a small deviation is there from K to R naught. But here there is a sharp, transition from dark to light. So this type of transformation function is called as thresholding transformation function, but this type of transformation function is called as stretching. That means contrast stretching function. Of course, both are intensity transformation functions. So here there is S equals to T of R. So what is our input pixel value? What is S output pixel value? So after transforming the input pixel value, of course, let us consider either your neighborhood operation or single pixel or spatial. That means, for suppose if you want to show the graphical notation like this. So R is input pixel and S is output pixel. So here the mathematical representation of intensity transformation function simply S equals to T of R, and if you are having the transfer characteristics, it is also called as transfer characteristics, having like this, the first one contrast stretching, and like this second one, that is called as thresholding function. Okay. So now some basic intensity transformation functions. So here there are different transformation functions are there in scaling values. For suppose input side and output side. Input side, how many levels? 0 to L minus 1. Output side is also 0 to L minus 1, of course. Already I told you, even though 0 to L minus 1 and even though 0 to L minus 1, the input pixel may not be in after transformation may not be same as output. Definitely it is changed. So however, the scale range is same, 0 to L minus 1, 0 to L minus 1. So for suppose, let us consider 0 to 255. That means 256 levels grayscale, input side 256, output side also 256. But let us consider if the pixel value is input side is having some 3, and output side may not be, definitely not 3. After transformation, it is maybe 6, maybe 2, or maybe or 9, maybe or 10. That is depends upon your neighborhood pixel values. It can be changed. Okay, just for showing purpose. So for displaying purpose only, we are showing 0 to L minus 1, 0 to L minus 1, and the levels L by 4, L by 2, 3L by 4, L minus 1, L by 4, L by 2, 3L by 4. So here there are different transformation techniques, functions are there. Here identity, log, negative, inverse log. So here identity means that is linear. This curve is how it is linear. The opposite is negative. That means if you are increasing intensity, the in the input signal, output is also increasing like this. For suppose if you are increasing input signal and if the decreasing intensity value, that is called as negative, reverse process. So if you observe here, as you are increasing output signal, but you are decreasing value. So this is called as, this is identity and this is negative. Similarly, the curve is like this. This is called as log term. If you are applying the log function, the curve will be like this. If you are applying the inverse log, the curve is like this. And if you are applying the nth root, the curve will be like that. If you are applying the nth power, on R. So that means here simply your T value. So what is T value? How many types? How many types? Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here in a single image and in a single graph I am showing how many transformation functions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are those 6? Identity, negative, log, inverse log, nth root, nth power. So here T is having your T is having some function, log function, identity function, negative function, or nth root function or power function. So however depends upon your function available or transformation function available, your image can be changed from input to the output, or your image intensity values can be changed from one intensity levels to the another intensity levels. Next, we move to the image negative. So here I am showing example for suppose image negatives. So in image negatives, your S value can be definitely S equals to L minus 1 minus R. Okay, this is the expression. And if you apply the operation like this, image negative, here, this is the damaged tissue, or here I am showing original digital original digital mammogram or X-ray like this, and here image obtained using the negative transformation. So this is the tissue or the breast of a particular woman. Here in the first image we are not available a clear identification. This is a dark version. So if you want to take reverse, that means all dark is transferred to light. Did you observe clearly? In first image there is a dark part. So if you apply negative operation, what is the meaning of negative? Simply the dark portion, entire dark portion is transferred to complete light. So here I think is better to observe the what are the let us consider cancer tissues, or is there any some breast cancers, some having some different peoples are having some patients. So breast cancer patients, if you take one X-ray of the breast cancer or the scanning of the breast cancer patients, and if it is not available clear identifications, in that case we have to use the function that is called as image negative. So after applying image negative, the image is very clear, and we can observe the damaged part or tissues in the particular spots. Next, log transformation. So what is the log transformation functions? Expression S equals to C into log of 1 plus R. What is the expression for image negative? Image negative, what is the expression? S equals to L minus 1 minus R. If we apply this transformation function, definitely the image will be like this. And similarly, the second function is log transformation function. S equals to C into log of 1 plus R. Here C is a constant value, of course. So our based on our requirement, the C can be changed from one where different constant values. And here one small r is your input pixel values. Okay, same function is the same like this, but here function is log function. This is the function. This curve is having the mathematical relation is C into log of 1 plus R. Okay. So now here log transformation function. What happened log transformation function? So if you have the Fourier spectrum, for suppose the Fourier spectrum is like this. After applying the log transformation function with C equals to 1, here I already told you C is a constant value. If you take C equals to 1, and after applying the here small circles, but here there is spreading of, that means here the clarity, you are increasing the intensity of the particular values with transformation function, that is log transformation function. So the image can be changed, or they can be obtained the second one. The first one is input image, the second one is output image. So by the resultant of the application of your log transformation function. Next, the next function is gamma. So sometimes you are applying the gamma functions. So S equals to C into R power gamma. Okay. gamma transformations also. So the gamma transformations are having, depends upon your gamma value, your log value is also changed as like this. Okay. Here, if you apply the gamma transformation functions, what happens? A, intensity of ramp image. B, image viewed as on a simulated monitor with a gamma of, so C, 2.5. First one is 2.5. Second one is gamma gamma corrected. D is corrected image as viewed on the same monitor, and compare D and A. Okay, na? So if you observe D and A, there is a gamma correction values. Gamma correction values. So this is original image viewed as on monitor. Actually, this is original image and gamma corrected with 2.5, and it is gamma corrected image as viewed on the same screen. So original image viewed on screen. Original image viewed on screen, but with gamma correction. How much gamma value? 2.5. So for suppose here 2.5 like this. So if you use this curve, the image will be like this. So this is gamma transformation functions as like a intensity, normal identity, that is negative, log transformation, and gamma transformation. So this is another R power 1 by 2.5. This is another example, MRI scan. So this is MRI scan or magnetic resonance image, or MRI scan of a fractured human spine. So this is the spine of a particular human. If it is fractured, and if you want to observe, sorry for the disturbance, some technical problem is there. So we come back. So what are these? This is fracturing. A, B, B to D, B to D, the results of applying the transformation in equation, that is this function S equals to R power 1 by 2.5. Apply like this, and with the gamma value and C equals to 1 and gamma equals to 0.6, 0.4 and 0.3 respectively. So we have three gamma values. The first one is 0.6, second one is 0.4, third one is 0.3. So by increasing or decreasing gamma value, the fractured points. Second one, fourth. So like this, we are identifying the damaged or fractured parts in our spine of a patient. Spine of a patient. Next, this is gamma transformations for aerial survey. Aerial survey or aerial image. So A is my aerial image. B to D is the results of applying the transformations of equations 3.3. That means
Can you share update, sir?
screen is not available.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay now? Hello?
Inka raలేదు, sir.
Okay. Is it okay? Hello?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So by applying the gamma transformations, we can identify the damaged or particular fracturing of our spines of a particular image of your patient. MRI scan. In MRI scans. Next, this is gamma transformations applications on aerial image. What is aerial image? If you take one satellite image on the city, or suppose any city, if you apply the gamma values like the C equals to 1 and gamma equal to 3.0, 4.0, 5.0. So in B image B, I'm applying gamma values 3.0, in C 4.0, and in D 5.0. So what is the first one? Original image for this example, courtesy of NASA. So this image is captured by your NASA or derived from we are obtaining from this image from NASA value. Okay, so for this original image, if you apply gamma value for 3 times and 3 changes. Based on the gamma value, you can have, if you observe clearly, the first one is very dull, second one is very dull, and fifth one is very clear. Since here gamma value is 5. Next, piecewise linear transformations operations. Piecewise linear transformations. So in piecewise linear transformation operation, already I showed that two graphs: contrast stretching, intensity level slicing. Contrast stretching, in contrast stretching, where it expands the range of intensity levels in an image so that it expands the full intensity range of the recording medium or display devices. That means in contrast stretching, if you want to spread the value, or if you want to spans out of full intensity way over a range, we use contrast slicing. But in the case of intensity slicing, we are highlighting a specific range of intensities, not overall image. We are highlighting only a specific range of intensities in an image, often is of interest. Generally, whatever you want, we want to highlight, or whatever we are interested particles only we are highlighting in intensity level slicing. But in the case of contrast stretching, entire image can be uh, highlighted or enhanced. Simply remember that here we are enhancing the image. Of course, spatial transformations and filtering out. However, we are enhancing the image. Here I am showing. What is this transformation? Already I told you. For suppose let us consider this is R1 S1. This is R2 S2. So what is R1 S1 input side? 1 pixel value. What is S2 R2 S2? Another pixel value. So in R1 S1, R1 is input pixel, S1 is output pixel. So here also, what is R2 S2? Another pixel value, another input pixel value R2, S2 is the corresponding output pixel value. So however, this is my transformation function that we call as, what is that? Contrast stretching. So if you use this, or if you apply this contrast stretching on my image, what is my image? Image A is the function, image B is low contrast image. So if you observe here, this image is, what is contrast? Contrast is very low. Like even in your television, we are increasing or decreasing contrast value. So depends upon your contrast value, the image clarity is may increase or decrease. So same here also. And contrast stretching, if you in the first B is your original image with dull or with low contrast image. So C is, what is C? Result of contrast stretching, and D is result of thresholding. So what is thresholding? Sharp, already showed. Just this drawer. This is contrast stretching. So for suppose here I am taking 1 pixel and here I am taking another pixel. But here, what is this? What is this? Threshold. So if you apply these two functions, contrast stretching and thresholding, what happened? This is input image with low contrast. This is output image after contrast stretching. This is also output image after thresholding. So here simply as per our requirement only highlighting, but here simply complete black, complete white. White becomes more white, black becomes more black. Did you observe that? But here not like that. Depends upon our requirement only, the intensity values can be changed. The intensity values can be transferred. But in the last case, that is result image of D, what happens? Simply the white pixels becomes more white, the black pixels becomes more black, and remain what the area which is not having image is completely black. So this is the difference between contrast stretching and thresholding transformation. Contrast stretching, intensity transformation, thresholding, intensity transformation. Like this. So this transformation is this is another transformation, of course, same as your transformation techniques, but here different. What is happening here? If you observe here in the first input side is R, output side is also S. But what is transformation? The transformation is different. From 0 to A, there is no change in the input to the output, and also A to B, there is a change, and B to last one, there is no change. But here also same. A 0 to A is linear change, but from A to B there is another difference. There is another change. The change will be like this, but from again B to last. So before A, after B, linear change, but in between A and B, different change. So now we have to apply these two transformation techniques or transformation functions also on our image. So we will see what happens. Like this. What is this? For suppose here I am taking, what is this? My image is aortic angiogram. Angiogram means here I am taking my one image of angiogram of my kidneys, for suppose patient kidneys. So in kidney image, the middle one is, what is this? The middle one, your blood vessels. These two are the kidneys. Okay. If you apply the first one, what is first one? The first transformation function A. So result of using a slicing, it is called as slicing. So what is this? Slice. Before A, after B, remaining same. But in between there is a slice. Similarly here also, before A, after B, linear. But in between A and B, there is a slice. So slice transformation. That is, so due to this, it is called as slicing transformation techniques. So in B, what happened? Complete black, complete white. So that means before A, after B, complete black. And in between A and B, we are highlighting only, what is this? Blood vessels. So if you want to observe only blood vessels, the image will be like that. Next. What about C? C is result of using the transformation with the scaled as block code. So that gray area of the blood vessels and kidneys were protected. So original image is same as. That means in the first case, white becomes more white, black becomes more black. But in the second case, only we are highlighting, white becomes more white, remaining is same. Did you observe that? In the first case, that means this type of slicing transformation technique is used to highlight or to become more white dots become more, and black dots becomes more black. Then the image can be modified, will be like this. But unlike in the second case, we are increasing the intensity of the white dots and neglect or remaining same normal pixel values. We don't want, or we are not considering the remaining part. We are highlighting only the required parts. So the image can be like this. First, second. In the first case, this is transformation function different, and this is another transformation function highlighting. Here already showing that this transformation highlights intensity range A and B and reduces all other intensities to lower. That means in between A and B only more white, below A and above B becomes more dark. But here second one, this transformation highlighting the range A and B and preserves the all other intensity values. That means the A in between A and B only highlights the pixel values. So remaining all preserves same, don't change. Okay, there is no change in the remaining values. Okay, next. and another one is bit plane slicing. In bit plane slicing, just simply for suppose if you take one pixel value with 1 byte. 1 byte means in pixel value how many bits? 1 byte means 8 bits. So for suppose this is least significant bit and this is most significant bit. So my pixel value is converts into binary after binary with 8 bits. That means each bit is sorry each dot is equivalent to 1 byte. In byte, how many bits? 8 bits. And these 8 bits will be arranged as a slicing, right? So it is called as bit plane slicing or bit plane representation of an 8-bit image. So for suppose there is one analog image and that analog image is converts into digital, that means dots, but each dot is contains how many bits? 8 bits, nothing but byte. So each dot or each pixel is having 8 bits after conversion. Let us consider, okay, and those pixels will be arranged as like slices. So it is least significant bit slice, and this is most significant bit slice. Okay, now we are applying bit plane slicing transformation techniques. For suppose here I am showing how many images? 3 plus 3 plus 9 images. So in this 9 images, my first image is an 8-bit grayscale image. So already I told you, this is after converted, my image is converted to digital, and each pixel value is having how much? How many bits? 8 bits. Okay, whatever the bits value. For suppose I'm changing the bits. So what is this? I'm changing the through 1 bit planes 1 through 8 with bit plane 1 correspondingly to the least significant bit. So each bit plane is a binary image. So for suppose if I am changing least significant bit plane to the most significant bit plane 8, while changing the bit planes, my images are as depends upon your bit planes changing, your clarity is also changes. So if you observe ABCD, so A, B, B is A is original image, B is after changing one bit plane, C is after changing another bit plane, D is after changing the next bit plane, and D is E is after changing another bit plane. So likewise, I am changing bit plane 1, bit plane 2, bit plane 3, bit plane 4, bit plane 5, bit plane 6, bit plane 7, bit plane 8. So by changing one by one your bit planes, your image clarity is also changes. So that's what I am showing here. So what is my transformation technique? Bit plane slicing. So using this bit plane slicing, I am taking $1. So here there is $100. I think it is the image of $100 of digital, not analog, and this digital image can be transferred one stage to another stage by changing my bit planes of one pixel value. Okay, bit plane 1 to bit plane 0 to bit plane 7, or bit plane 1 to bit plane 8. So if you are considering 0 to 7, that is also 8. If you are considering from 1 to 8, those are also 8. As like in our digital theory. Wait for a minute. My system was stuck. Okay, this is a bit plane slice. This is another one. So image reconstructed using bit planes 8 and 7, bit planes 8 and 7 and 6, bit planes 8 and 7, 6 and 5, and compare C with the figure A. So here I am. This is application. After applying, the image will be like this. For suppose if you want to reconstruct the images with bit planes. How many bit planes here I am using? Bit plane 8 and bit plane 7. two bit planes, 8 and 7, from most significant to least significant. So 8 and 7. And what about B? In B, bit planes, how many? I'm using 3 bit planes: bit plane 8, bit plane 7, and bit plane 6. In C, bit planes 8, 7, 6, and 5. So now compare C with figure A. So figure of this figure. So 3.114 is compared with figure C like this. Okay, na? So which one is more clear? We have reconstructed again. Of course, this is also reconstructed, this is also reconstructed, and this is also reconstructed. But this is more apted or more suitable to your input image. So this is reconstruction of your images after application of your bit plane slicing, like this. Okay. So okay, up to this enough. I think the time is over today itself. Once again, I want to just revise what are the topics we have completed today itself. Once again, I want to revise. So today we have started our second unit. It is intensity transformation and spatial filtering. And in intensity transformation and spatial filtering, we are transforming the intensity values of a pixel values directly of its image plane, not by converting. So that is called as intensity transformation and spatial filtering. So if we are transforming the intensity values of a pixel value by image itself plane, that is called as intensity transformation and spatial filtering. And generally the filtering is happened in two domains: in spatial domain, in transform domain. In spatial domain, the filtering is happened directly, but in the transform domain, the filtering is not happened directly. Before going to filtering, first we have to convert the image from spatial domain to transform domain using image transform techniques. That means the image can be transformed from spatial domain to frequency domain. After that only we have to apply the filtering techniques. Okay, filtering operation. So however, there are two types of domains: spatial domain, transform domain. In spatial domain, we are directly operating the intensity operations, but in the case of transform domain, after converting the image from spatial domain to frequency domain. Roll number 12, please stop your video. Roll number 12. Okay, after converting the image from spatial domain to transform domain only, we have to apply the intensity operations. So this is the basic difference between the spatial and transform. And here I'm showing my mathematical representation of intensity transformation techniques, that is g of x comma y equals to t of x f of x comma y. So once again I'm telling here in spatial domain, input and output both are spatial, not frequency and spatial. But in the case of spatial domain, frequency domain, input is spatial domain, but for the for operation purpose only, middle one is image, and after operation is over, get back your original image. So however, in space frequency domain also there is f of x comma y, g of x comma y, but in between f of x comma y, g of x comma y, the middle one is capital G of x comma y. That is your capital G indicating your frequency domain. Okay, we will see in that frequency domain, but here itself the input and output both are spatial. That is f of x comma y is input, g of x comma y is output, and t is your operation. We are operating on the image. So here I am mentioning one neighborhood operation. Simply we have covered in the previous classes also, and already I told you how the operation neighborhood operation is happened. That means by taking a 3 by 3 neighborhood or mask and averaging of the 9 values, and replace the center pixel with that calculated or obtained value simply. That is neighborhood operation. And here I am transformation function, spatial transformation, simply having some simple expression s equals to t of r. Here r is input pixel and s is output pixel, and t is the transformation function which we have opted. Here I am showing two types of contrast stretching and thresholding stretching. Both can be applied of image. In the later slides I will show that again. And another along with your these two, that is contrast stretching and thresholding, there is another transformation technique, transformation functions are also there. Those are negative, log, nth root, and inverse log, nth power, like this. So for these transformation functions, we have seen the examples. The first one is for suppose an image negative s equals to l minus 1, l minus 1 minus r. If you apply this expression on this image, that is on breast cancer of patient of breast cancer tissues, if you want to find out, simply we are negative. Negative means uh, black means becomes white, white becomes black. Then image will be like this. And similarly, log transformation function. So log transformation function is s equals to c into log of 1 plus r. And if you apply on the image of a Fourier transform, and the output will be like this, with c equals to 1. Next, similarly, there is a power law transformations also there, like your log transform function and negative image negatives. There are another function, different function, that is called as gamma function. So in gamma function, s equal to, the expression will be like this: s equal to c into r power gamma. So here c is constant, small r is input pixel, and s is output pixel. Gamma is your value change from 0.04 to 25. Here I am showing. So based on your gamma value, your transformation functions curve also changed. So simply by changing gamma value, I am showing here some different function images, input images and output images, and like this spine of a patient, but identification of your broken part. Okay, and similarly, gamma function transformations application on the image of a NASA image, which is captured by one a city image or area image, and to highlighting the particular images, we are applying the particular parts. We are applying the gamma transformation like this, and after this piecewise linear transformation. So what are the next one? As like your gamma normal transformation, identity, negative, log, inverse log, and what is this gamma. And next one is piecewise linear transformation. In piecewise linear, contrast stretching, intensity level. So here and the first two one, what are those? Contrast stretching and threshold, both are comes under the category of piecewise linear. That means piecewise linear means we are highlighting the required parts. So here simply I am applying the both transformation functions on low contrast image. So this is my B is low contrast image by applying the first one and second one. The first one is contrast stretching, second one is threshold. In contrast stretching, only required parts only highlighting. In thresholding, black becomes more black, white becomes more white, like this. And this is another transformations. That means range of range. We are specifying here a particular range A to B. A to B becomes more white becomes white becomes more white. Black becomes more black. That means the image is like this. First one. But in the second case, only required parts only highlighting, and remaining is as usual, same. Don't change. Don't change another time. Don't change another pixel values. So the images will be available like this. This is original image. This is image obtained by applying the first one, and this is an image applying this transformation function. Okay, next one is bit plane slicing also there. So by using bit plane slicing, just by changing the bits of your pixel values, the images will be changed like this. Image 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So by changing 8 planes, the corresponding images will be level. Images are available like this. And the reconstruction. So after applying the bit plane slicing, if you want to reconstruct using the different planes, that means 8 and 7, 8 and 7, 6, and 8, 7, 6, and 5. The images are available like this. And now compare this last image with the previous one, A. Okay, and with this, concluding today's class. So we have discussed the intensive transformation functions as um, piecewise linear, bit plane, and log, inverse log, identity, and nth root, nth power, different transformation intensive transformation functions are covered up to now. So tomorrow we have to start. We have discussed the different concept, that is histogram. So histogram is different concept. That is, histogram is also used to highlight the, or used to enhance the image. Remember, all of you, we are performing all these operations for the enhancement purpose only. What is meaning of enhancement? Highlighting of our required parts or entire image. Depends upon our requirement, we are highlighting entire image or particular parts. So all previous concepts are used to highlighting or enhancing the image. Okay, na? So up to now we have highlighting the or enhancing the images with the transformation functions. So tomorrow we will discuss how we are enhancing the image with histogram processing. So in histogram processing there are another different 4 types of histogram techniques. So before going to that, first of all we have to define the what is histogram. I will show tomorrow. Okay. So with this I am concluding. So any doubt? My students, all of you, listen. Any doubt? Hello? Did you send the message? Hello? Okay. Am I audible or not? Hello? Please respond anyone.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. With this I am leaving.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tomorrow we will discuss histogram process. Is it clear or not? Up to now. Hello? Emma, is it clear or not? We are manipulating everything is with images. So that's why I'm showing all images. Already once again I told you, in exam this is not requirement. This is not required. You should not draw the all these images. Don't write. So that means our functions only required, like this function, this function. Okay, na? This function. Okay, these are only just for understanding purpose. So with the help of these graphical representation, we can explain in our exam. Okay, na? Remember. So don't worry and don't bother about those images. Okay, na? Okay. Okay, I'm leaving. Thank you for your participating in the class. Thanks.